Hello, Jousters. Hope you're having a great weekend or a great Monday morning, depending on when you're watching this WOD brief. So, thanks for tuning in. This is the WOD brief for May 4th, Monday morning. All right. The workout today is 3 AMRAP 5s. The first one is AMRAP 5, 2 wall walks, and 4 box jumps. There will then be a 1-minute rest, and then AMRAP 5, 4 handstand push-ups, 8 box jumps, 1-minute rest after the AMRAP 5. The last AMRAP 5 is 6 push-ups and 12 box jumps. So the pushing reps and the jumping reps go up every AMRAP, all right? The 1-minute rest is after the AMRAP is done. So you won't do 2 wall walks and 4 box jumps and then rest a minute. You'll keep going for 5 minutes, and then you'll get a minute of rest when you hit that 6th minute after the AMRAP 5. For each one of these AMRAP 5s, the goal is to get 3 or 4 rounds, maybe more. Do the best you can there to try to get at least 3 rounds in each AMRAP 5. All right? So, scaling options. If wall walks aren't an option for you, you can do inchworms instead. What we would want you to do 4 inchworms instead of 2 wall walks. What you can do too is you can elevate your feet for the inchworms, and I'll show you that here in a moment. If you can't do handstand push-ups on a wall, you can do piked push-ups instead. If you don't have a box to jump on, you can do tuck jumps instead, and just make sure you're really jumping high for those tuck jumps. Be explosive with your hips. You could also do step-ups onto a chair if jumping just isn't a good option for you. All right? Cool. Let's go over it. Wall walks. This is how the wall walks should look. Start on your chest. Push up. Then you start walking up the wall. Try to get your nose as close to the wall as possible. If you can't, you can scale by just going halfway up or maybe 2/3 of the way up and so on. All right? Other scaling options, inchworm. Like I said, you could do 4 of those instead of 2 wall walks. You could also elevate your feet for the inchworms. All right? Elevate your feet as little or as much as you need to for the inchworms. Cool. So that's wall walks. After the wall walks, we have handstand push-ups in the next AMRAP 5. Handstand push-ups. Try to kick up to the wall. If you can't do a handstand push-up, you could do piked push-ups instead. So I just demonstrated a piked push-up on the ground. You could elevate your feet to something like this, for example, and do it with your feet elevated to help load your shoulders more, okay? So the hardest variation would be handstand push-ups on the wall. Next would be handstand push-ups with your feet elevated. Next would be piked handstand push-ups here. Those are your options today. You could also just limit your range of motion a little bit. Maybe put like a pillow where your head is just barely touching the pillow and coming back up instead of bringing your head all the way to the ground. And that pillow rule, that works for everything. So you can do that for the handstand push-ups, piked handstand push-ups on the ground, or elevated. You could do that pillow rule for any of them. Okay? Awesome. Next, down here in the last AMRAP 5, push-ups. Just like always, modify your push-ups as you need to. You could also do push-ups with your hands on a ledge. Okay? All right, one thing I haven't talked about, box jumps. If you have something to jump on, go for it. Maybe jumping is not a good idea for you. You could just do step-ups instead. Otherwise, try tuck jumps. All right? Cool. Those are your options for today. One more time, just to show you. The workout is 3 AMRAP 5s. So, the first AMRAP 5 is 2 wall walks, 4 box jumps. Try to do as many of those as you can for 5 minutes, and then 1 minute rest. And then AMRAP 5, 4 handstand push-ups, 8 box jumps, rest a minute, and then AMRAP 5, 6 push-ups, 12 box jumps. All right, Jousters, stay healthy, have fun, work hard in this workout. We'll see you soon.